Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video.
Go get it. Oh, I kind of wanted you to just push him. Go get it. Go get it.
Thanks for joining me again. My name is Kevin, Kevin in all caps, youtube.com/@Kevin247.
Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Get it.
You can check me out here. You can check me out on Instagram. You can check me out on Patreon. And you can also check out the links in the description so you can get your free stocks from Moo, as well as find opportunities and ways that you can make money. Passive income stream, simple and easy. Passive income stream, simple and easy. Make $175 a day just replying to comments on Facebook. And don't forget to get your application in to file and submit your claim so that you can receive some of that $725 million coming from the Facebook settlement. When you get that money, what do you do with it? Where do you put it? How do you receive it? Ladies and gentlemen, I like to think of banks as merely a middleman, a merchant to conduct a transaction. From there, I want most, if not all of my money pulled out of the banks as quickly and as fast as possible. Now, granted, you got to keep some money in the banks for a variety of reasons, namely to keep the account current and keep it active. You got to have a minimum daily balance to avoid certain fees and costs associated with the banks. And this could be Bank of America, this could be Wells Fargo Bank, PNC Bank, Citi, Chase. It could even be an online only bank like Chime or Ally. But at the end of the day, my bank's sole purpose is merely to bring money in and send money back out. And keeping money sitting in savings, sitting in the bank, sitting in a checking account, not my cup of tea, okay? Not the basket I want to put my eggs in. So, Dave Ramsey would say, the number one step in the baby step process is to make sure that you have an emergency fund set aside of $1,000. Now, this emergency fund amount can vary, can depend on you and your comfort level, what you need or what you think you may need. But at the end of the day, I really only want to be able to have access to an emergency fund in the bank, because the banks, the biggest risk, the greatest risk that the banks inherently create for everybody, for every account holder, for every business, for every corporation, for every trust, for every LLC, for every S Corp, whatever it may be, sole proprietorship, the biggest risk that it creates is the loss of money. Because the bank is never going to pay you they're never going to pay you enough in interest, even in high yield savings accounts, high APY savings. They're never going to pay you enough, okay? All they're going to do is suck money out, because the banks will never consistently provide a return greater than inflation in any meaningful way that will actually produce a substantial return on that investment, which is ultimately at risk. Now, granted, the banks have FDIC insurance. They'll cover you up to $250,000, $250,000 per account. However, the banks are they're being monitored very closely, okay? Scrutinized heavily. So I would personally only prefer for my bank For instance, even if the bank is receiving my direct deposit from the Social Security Administration, my direct deposit, my fixed income deposit, my retirement, Social Security income, even if that's all my survivor benefits or my SSI, my SSDI, even if I got a stimulus check deposited in my account, I only want it in there for a short period of time before it is now no longer in the bank. Where does it go from there? Well, it can go to a variety of places. One of the main places that I would potentially look to send that would be a brokerage account. And a brokerage account could include Robinhood, it could include Webull, it could include M1 Finance, it could include a long list of options that exist. It could include Moomoo. Link down in the description because Moomoo's giving away free stocks, okay? So the thing is that I want to take the money and receive it from whatever depositor I'm receiving this payment from, because my deposits are typically payments, even if it's from my own business. Once it's sent from my business account to my personal account, I then want to move it from a personal account to an investment account, because my investment accounts are built and designed in a way to produce far more than any bank savings account could ever dream of offering. A lot of people say, they'll ask, are the banks safe? Is your money safe in the bank? I heard credit unions were better than banks. If my money is not making money, then I feel as though it's not safe, okay? The safest my money can be is out there working hard, not merely just trying to survive and avoid being wiped out, but literally being put to great use and multiplying itself without me actually having to do any physical manual labor or any work, okay? We got certificates of deposits, we got money markets, we got now, and quite possibly here in the near future, treasury bonds, a long list of opportunities and options that will be presented to give others access to your money in an investment strategy for their benefit, because they take your money and they invest it themselves to produce even higher returns than what they're going to pay you, or so they hope. Now, we can talk about some of these exchange platforms that take your money, your physical dollars, ones and zeros on the ledger, and convert it to a token, a cryptocurrency token, XRP, BTC, SHIB, Doge, whatever, USDC. Now, you've increased your risk. And that risk also comes with that token now being stored, even NFTs, potentially being stored on a ledger somewhere, okay? So what's most important for me when making these decisions is doing my homework, doing my research, becoming better educated, and feeling confident and comfortable in whatever investment I choose to dive into. And only at that point will I allow that calculated risk to be a potential in my portfolio.
You gotta get it. He's still doing little paddles. Look.
I know we're angry, but I feel like we've gone backwards.
Look, he's still paddling a little bit, Michelle. Ew, don't.
We'll vomit again.
You do a little paddle. Go get it. Good boy. Come on. Come on. Yeah. Good boy.
When people talk about their portfolios, they're going to talk about it in a percentage-based format. And if you want to have diversification even within your portfolio, So these percentages are going to be, you know, high risk, low risk, mutual funds, ETFs, stocks, bonds, physical hard assets, gold, silver, junk silver, real estate, businesses, insurance. Like, the beauty of it is that, much like I said, the time in the market versus timing the market, by having this diversity, you will see the ebb and flows, the ups and downs of all investment vehicles, all asset classes. But by having that diversity, it can also offset and counter any loss that you may experience in any other. But it also allows you the ability to move quickly and rapidly when you see an opportunity present itself. Quite possibly an opportunity like we've seen here recently with Tesla. Did you guys see that? Did you see the opportunity that Tesla presented? That Elon Musk took charge and stepped up and announced to the world? So things like that really get me excited, as well as seeing instances like, you know, what we saw happen in Canada with Binance. So these are all things we need to be taking into consideration. I take into consideration, but at the same time, I'm not looking to get rich overnight. I'm in for the long haul, and really and truly, it's more of a wealth building strategy than lining my pocket, because I can use credit, I can leverage credit, I can be very liquid at any given point in time if need be. But really and truly, honestly, there's not very many things out there that I would want to be liquid to be able to jump on and capitalize on. And I'll tell you guys right now, the moment that happens, I'll let you know. But I believe that my liquidity, I would prefer to put into the markets and let it work while I sleep. And when I would choose to be liquid would be an opportunity to get into 3, maybe 4 specific asset classes. If you guys want to know what those 4 are, 3 or 4 are, could be, then drop a comment down below. Let me know. If there's enough interest, I'll be sure to make that video.
Okay, so I'm just standing here standing on it. So
Huh?
I know how to drive a boat.
You know how to drive the boat? It's fine.
She said what?
She goes, I know how to drive the boat. It's fine.
It's fine.
UGK is not my first choice.